Hello, church. It's so good to be with you. And I think I am indeed finally recovering from Vacation Bible School. What an amazing week we had. Just a huge shout out to Pastors Kelly and Jessica for their amazing leadership, for the 100 of volunteers that tore down, set up, the decorations that Fran and Leslie put together. It just was incredible. And I'm so thankful to Pastor Jason, who shared the Provost building with me, and I went down and helped teach the rising 5th and 6th graders. It was just a joy to be around your kids, and we had a great week. So I just want to say thank you for that. And we turned the page, and we're on to a new series at preaching here this coming Sunday. So I hope you'll tune in for that. So, okay, Colossians, Paul writing the church. We're in chapter 4, beginning in verse 5. He says, "Be wise." Those two words are good advice just in general. Be wise. Think about how foolish we are with some aspects of our lives and our days. And anyway, be wise in the way you act towards outsiders. Make the most of every opportunity. Let your conversations always be full of grace, seasoned with salt, so that you may know how to answer everyone. So there's a lot that goes through my mind as I think about this passage. First of all, it is a good thing to be wise. But I thought immediately of Dale Carnegie's book, How to Win Friends and Influence People. One of the things in that book, one of the rules in his book is that you are to always be interested in somebody else. Be genuinely interested in other people. So, do we do that? Are we genuinely interested in other people? Right? I love our greeting time on Sunday because I think if I didn't stop it, it would just go on and on and on. We're really pretty good at that, about getting around, and we're even good at finding that person that's sitting by themselves and greeting them and expressing warmth and love and church kindness to them. But I think all the time as we leave church, even as soon as the parking lot, or we get out into community, into Publix, or wherever we're going to going, are we genuinely interested in other people? Or are they just pawns in the bigger game of our life to just accomplish the things we need to accomplish to get through our day? Right? Do we actually ask the cashier at Publix how her day is going, how his day is going? Or are we just eager to find out how much we owe and get out, which is here lately a lot of money, by the way. So I think what Paul reminds us of is he says, you want to make the most of every opportunity. And if you're in agreement with me, the opportunities are everywhere. We're not short of opportunities in order to be kind and think of other people. So one of the ways that I like to think about it is it's about being less interested in myself. So true story, I knew a guy from college, ended up in Brevard, became an attorney, and generally a good guy. We were friends in college. We were friends here in Brevard. But as time goes on, you drift away and you catch up periodically. Well, he would call me about 3 times a year. We'd be on the phone for 45 minutes and he would catch me up on all 3 of his kids, what they were doing, all their accomplishments, how great they were, how awesome they were, what they were doing, blah, 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 blah. Never did he ask about my kids. And we'd get towards the end of the 45 minutes and he would say, "Well, man, it was good to catch up with you." And the whole time in my head, I'm thinking, did we catch up or did I just become the receiver of your chance to brag about your kids? Do you see what I'm saying? I think there's a part of us that could be a little more less interested in ourselves, that we could make it about other people a little bit more easily. So let me focus on this last thing. It says, let your conversations always be full of grace, right? So that would mean to say, as you visit with people, as you talk with people, you would exercise grace. You would give them space to not be perfect, space for them to make a mistake, that you would give them space. And then he says this, seasoned with salt, your conversation to be seasoned with salt, right? So it brings out the flavor in other people. That's what he's trying to say, is that your conversation should bring out the flavor, bring out the best in other people. So just think about the conversations you've had this past week and just think about the conversations that lie in front of you. Will they be seasoned with salt? Will they be full of grace? Or will they be a reflection of our hurried, pace-driven, crazy world? Right? So we're just living in a world right now that is going way too fast. I think Paul reminds us, hey, slow down. Don't miss an opportunity to be Jesus to somebody, and make the most of it, right? Don't just whisk by it. Just make the most of it. And then exercise grace and salt in your conversations. So this is not hard teaching. This is pretty simple teaching, but it's challenging in the sense that we can have a hard time doing it. Right? So that's the challenge for the week. I pray that you will marinate in this passage, that you'll read it over and over again until it becomes a part of your heart, and that it influences every conversation you have. Church, I love you so much, and we look forward to being with you again next week. We're almost done with the book of Colossians. Take care.